What's going on, guys? It's Frito here for your Overwatch. I just got back from Los Angeles where Blizzard sent a bunch of Overwatch creators to the Porsche Experience Center. It was celebrating the 2 Porsche-themed skins that are coming out for Dva and Pharah. The Dva skin we've seen before. The entire mech is modeled after signature Porsche features, from the headlights, leather interior, bumper, logos, and importantly, the really cool sound effects that emulate the car itself. And there's a badass Pharah skin as well. The rocket launcher has a speedometer on it. It looks like a dash, and her wings have wheel spoke propellers, and her entire suit has the Porsche design inspiration as well. The execution of these have really blown me away. I certainly look forward to rocking them. I was into the idea immediately when I heard about it because Porsche is known for top-tier engineering, and Blizzard is known for best-in-class design and execution as well. There's no other game that plays like Overwatch, and Porsche's on that kind of level when it comes to a brand collab. It makes sense to me. But for me, this was my favorite crossover yet, because instead of the characters cosplaying as another thing from a different universe, Porsche fits right into the Overwatch universe. And since cosmetics are luxury items for the gamers to begin with, well, having a luxury cosmetic seems to make sense to me. And possibly my favorite part is the Porsche-inspired Dva outfit, because what do the kids say nowadays? I think her swag is dripping. Next, I want to talk about the Porsche experience itself. I'm not really a car guy, so this wasn't naturally something up my alley. My dad is. I kind of wish I brought him. This would have blew him away. But overall, I'm kind of boring. I'm like a grumpy grandpa nerd. I'm into books, card games, and playing video games, and that's about it. I don't do the thrill seeking. I'm not into roller coasters, but I am into new experiences, so I wanted to see what it was all about. I had a late flight, and it was delayed. I nearly didn't make the event itself, and I was running on 4 hours of sleep, so I was even more grumpy than normal. So safe to say, on low sleep, I was even more careful than I normally would be when driving. In fact, I had a lot of driving jobs back in the day before I did YouTube full-time, and so I'm just trained to be very defensive and safe. But this experience was supposed to be about going fast and enjoying the performance of these vehicles. I got to drive the Taycan Electric and the 911. Both were beautiful luxury vehicles. I never driven anything like that. They were smooth and responsive with wonderful sounds and aesthetics. Certainly an IRL chase luxury item for sure. So at the experience, you drive on the racetrack with everybody else, and I had a coach show me the ropes on how to go through the course, and I did it casually, wasn't trying to push my skills or anything like a grumpy old man would drive. I enjoyed trying it out. That was fun, but they had a surprise in store. My coach Rachel took us to the straightaway to show off launch mode, and this is where you put your foot on the brake entirely and then floor the gas. The engine revs up and gets ready to launch at full speed. You let go of the brake and you're just going immediately. Okay, this is where those 0 to 60 tests come in, and it was exhilarating. Even for grumpy old me, I loved the adrenaline rush. It was unlike anything I've ever tried before in my entire life, way better than a roller coaster, and I was instantly hooked. And the Taycan was my favorite. It had a futuristic sound to it. I thought I was about to go back to the future. I asked my instructor if we could go back to 1955. So I got a taste of the raw power of these things, and I felt like a kid in a candy store after that. I was sold. Then my favorite part came next. I got to do a ride along with a pro coach. I get in the car and he tells me to plant my feet firmly and hold on to the handle because we're going to be going fast.
Brace yourself. 3, 2, 1, let's go. There we go. 0 to 60, 2.6 seconds. We got 750 horsepower in this thing, and you can absolutely chuck it into this first corner.
My run just went just like this.
Well, yeah, I'm sure
when I did it, yeah, it was the same, I think.
Probably faster even.
It was amazing to watch him zip around the track, especially using techniques, and I'm a nerd, of course, this is how I think about it, on how to maximize the efficiency on the track, right? Leaning into the turns effectively, and even fun bits there where my instructor told me to go as straight as possible around a really bendy bit, but the pro driver just kind of like blasted through the straightaway, going over the terrain and kind of like handling the wheel carefully. The mastery he had on the car was just a treat to watch and a real experience. Again, don't like roller coasters, but this was way better than that.
How's that?
That's great, bro. I'm gonna give you 5 stars in Uber.
We made it on time. Saved a minute. That's the crazy thing. This is a big, heavy 4-door sedan, family car, and it it goes around the corners that fast.
We come from different families, I think. Right? It's a family car. Oh, okay, sure. Whatever you say.
All right, thanks for riding,
Thanks,
man.
buddy. That was amazing.
Have a good one.
If you've never driven in a fast car like this before, I don't think you get the full experience from watching videos or seeing reactions, because in person, the weight of the car and the inertia and G-force as you bend around the curves and really get to feel the entire momentum of it, that's what partially gives you the adrenaline rush. And that's an experience that I really hope, if you ever have the opportunity to take advantage of being driven around a racetrack with a pro driver, you take it. That was the insane part to me. It made a fan out of me for sure. I felt like I was James Bond's sidekick or something, strapped in, holding on for dear life while he just goes bananas around the track. It was nuts. I absolutely loved it. And even if you aren't a car guy like me, I think you should put this on your bucket list for a thing to do, because it was such a unique experience that I never even knew would be as fun as it is. I was even looking at their website. There's Porsche Experience Centers in both Los Angeles and Atlanta. And if you really want, you can do a travel experience to Lake Tahoe. I mean, that would be pretty nuts too. And one last story from the event, maybe to try to boost up my driving chops just a little bit. There was a little section off to the side for like traction control. Basically what it does is simulate hitting black ice or oil, slippery, and it kicks off your back wheels and you have to counterbalance in order to correct your positioning. Now, I got into the car and my new coach for this exercise, Andrew, was explaining to me in detail how to make sure to move the wheel, and I was so tired I kind of wasn't listening. But my secret weapon was that I had experience driving safely in Wisconsin, where we have lots of snow and black ice. This is part of the reason why I'm used to not driving so fast, because driving in the elements is what I'm used to. And we went off into the section. I was only half paying attention, wasn't sure if I was going to spin out. We start going 40 miles per hour and my back wheel kicks out, and there was a moment of sheer terror where I'm like, oh my God, I forgot everything he was just saying. What do I do? But luckily for me, my instincts kicked in and I perfectly counterbalanced the car. We went straight away, did it perfectly. Andrew was very congratulatory and maybe a little bit impressed that the old man grumpy driver at least could get you there safe. Okay, I might not be able to whip it around the track like some of the pros, but I felt like at least I could hang my hat high knowing that I did that part of it flawlessly. That's it for today's video. Check out the Porsche themed skins in the shop for two of my favorite characters in their respective roles. I feel like I'm really spoiled having two awesome skins be released at the same time. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave it a like, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to actually get notified when our videos come out. That's been it for me. I've been Frito for your Overwatch. I'll see you guys next time.